Imagine you could add $10,000 to your retirement stash simply by picking the right IRA. That's the exact difference many Americans miss when they choose without a plan. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover why a Roth or a traditional IRA can swing that amount one way or the other, based on real tax rules and your personal income. You'll see concrete numbers, a myth that's been selling for years, and a mistake story that could cost you thousands. By the end, you'll know which account aligns with your future tax bracket. But here's the catch. The answer isn't the same for everyone, and the next section reveals the fundamentals you need first. Both Roth and traditional IRAs are tax-advantaged retirement vehicles, but they operate on opposite sides of the tax timeline. With a traditional IRA, you contribute pre-tax dollars, reducing your taxable income today, and you pay ordinary income tax when you withdraw in retirement. A Roth IRA, on the other hand, uses after-tax dollars now, letting your earnings grow completely tax-free and allowing tax-free withdrawals after age 59 and a half. Contribution limits for 2024 sit at $6,500 per year, or $7,500 if you're 50 or older, and both share the same early withdrawal penalties. Understanding this timing is crucial before you dive into the numbers. Next, we'll explore exactly how those tax differences compound over time. The key to deciding lies in your current versus future tax rate. If you're in a 24% bracket now and expect to be in 18% later, a traditional IRA saves you $1,560 on a $6,500 contribution, 24% of $6,500. Conversely, if you anticipate a 28% bracket at retirement, a Roth IRA lets you avoid that future tax entirely, effectively saving $1,820 on the same contribution. The math sounds simple, but the compounding effect over decades can magnify those percentages dramatically. We'll illustrate this with two side-by-side growth scenarios that turn abstract percentages into dollar-filled realities. Stay tuned for the first worked example, where the traditional IRA's tax deferral shines. Let's say you contribute the maximum $6,500 to a traditional IRA at age 30, and it earns an average 7% annual return for 30 years. The account would grow to about $49,000 before taxes. If you withdraw at a 22% tax rate, you keep roughly $38,200. That's a $10,800 after-tax balance, which looks solid but hides the tax bite at the end. Notice how the pre-tax contribution gave you a larger starting balance, yet the withdrawal tax erodes a chunk of the growth. In the next section, we'll run the same numbers through a Roth IRA and see why the tax-free exit can be a game-changer. Now run the identical $6,500 contribution at age 30 into a Roth IRA, with the same 7% annual growth for 30 years. The account also reaches about $49,000, but because you already paid taxes on the $6,500, assuming a 22% rate, that's $1,430. Your after-tax contribution was $5,070. The tax-free withdrawal means you walk away with the full $49,000, a net gain of $43,930 after accounting for the initial tax paid. Compared to the traditional scenario, the Roth leaves you with roughly $5,730 more in retirement. The difference stems from the tax-free growth, not just the contribution limit. Up next, we bust a common myth that keeps many from choosing the Roth. A persistent myth says, Roth IRAs are only for high-income earners who can afford to pay taxes now. The truth is the opposite. Roth accounts often benefit lower and middle-income savers who expect higher tax rates later, whether because of inflation, higher earnings, or policy changes. Even at a modest 12% current tax bracket, paying tax now can lock in a lower rate than a future 24% bracket, especially over 30-plus years of compounding. This myth discourages many from opening a Roth, leaving them with larger tax bills down the road. After debunking this, we'll hear a cautionary tale of someone who ignored the tax outlook and paid the price. Consider Sarah, who contributed $6,500 annually to a traditional IRA while earning $120,000 a year in her 30s. She assumed her tax rate would drop in retirement, but at age 65 she found herself in a 28% bracket due to higher Social Security and required minimum distributions. Her withdrawals were heavily taxed, shaving off nearly $8,000 from what she expected. If she had split contributions, half to a Roth and half to a traditional, she could have hedged against the higher future rate and kept an extra $3,500 in after-tax income. This story shows why ignoring future tax scenarios can be costly. Next, we'll outline the exact situations where a traditional IRA truly shines. Traditional IRAs are optimal when you're currently in a high tax bracket and expect a lower one in retirement. Think of a 45-year-old software engineer earning $180,000, filing at 32% now, but planning to retire with a modest pension and lower income, possibly dropping to 12% later. The upfront tax deduction reduces his taxable income by $2,080 on a $6,500 contribution, and the lower future tax on withdrawals maximizes after-tax dollars. Additionally, if you need to lower your adjusted gross income for other tax benefit thresholds, like medical expense deductions, a traditional IRA can provide that leverage. Up next, we'll explore the opposite scenario where the Roth dominates. Roth IRAs excel for younger earners, those in a low tax bracket, or anyone who anticipates higher taxes later. Picture a 25-year-old teacher making $45,000, taxed at 12% now. Contributing $6,500 to a Roth means paying $780 in taxes today, but the entire $6,500 compounds tax-free. By age 65, that account could be worth $80,000, all yours. If tax rates rise to 22% or higher by then, the Roth shields you from that increase. The Roth also offers flexibility. Contributions, not earnings, can be withdrawn anytime without penalty, a safety net for emergencies. In the following section, we'll give you a concrete step-by-step plan to decide which path fits your profile. Step 1. Calculate your current marginal tax rate. Step 2. Estimate your retirement tax bracket using tools like the IRS tax tables and projected retirement income. Step 3. Find the break-even rate where a Roth and traditional yield the same after-tax amount, usually around the midpoint of your current and future rates. Step 4. Run the numbers through an online IRA calculator, plugging in contribution, growth, and tax assumptions. Step 5. Consider diversification. Splitting contributions can hedge against uncertainty. Step 6. Open the chosen account at a low-cost broker, set up automatic monthly deposits, and review annually. Follow this roadmap, and you'll avoid guesswork. Next, we'll compare the best platforms to host your IRA. Low fees matter. Vanguard offers a Roth IRA with a 0.03% expense ratio on its total stock market index fund, ideal for hands-off investors. Fidelity's traditional IRA has no account fees and a wide selection of mutual funds, great if you prefer active management. Charles Schwab provides both IRA types with commission-free ETFs and a user-friendly mobile app. For tech-savvy beginners, robo-advisors like Betterment or Wealthfront automate asset allocation and tax loss harvesting, charging about 0.25% annually. Choose a platform that matches your comfort level, fee sensitivity, and desired investment style. In the final content segment, we'll reveal a hidden conversion strategy that can boost your after-tax balance. A powerful but often overlooked move is the Roth conversion. If you have a traditional IRA and expect higher taxes later, you can convert part or all of it to a Roth now, paying tax on the converted amount at today's rate. For example, converting $10,000 in a year when your marginal tax rate is 12% costs $1,200, but the $10,000 then grows tax-free, potentially adding $30,000 by retirement. This backdoor Roth works especially well for high earners who exceed the Roth income limits. Timing the conversion in a low-income year maximizes savings. Stay tuned for the quick recap that ties everything together. The single biggest takeaway: match the IRA type to your tax timeline, not just your current income. Use the break-even calculator, consider a split strategy, and don't overlook Roth conversions when your tax rate dips. By aligning contributions with where you'll be taxed, you can potentially add thousands to your retirement fund. Thanks for watching, and if you found this guide useful, feel free to subscribe for more clear-cut finance strategies.